Do you know of any technique that can help you emphasize the doer or the receiver of an action in your statements? Yep, we can rely on these two compound personal pronouns called the intensive and the reflexive. For example, instead of by just plainly saying, "We shape the kind of community we want to live in," we can play up a little and say, "We ourselves can shape the kind of community we want to live in," or "We shape ourselves with the kind of community we want to live in." Using the right kind of intensive and reflexive pronouns will provide an artful variation in our sentences. So come and join me and learn this simple technique.
Michelle's Learning Meal, where bite-sized lessons and insights are served.
Welcome back to your channel, 21st Century Learners. By the way, Miss Michelle here, your Grammar Tour mentor. Back to Grammar Roadmap, your guide to grammar refinement. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more videos. Speaking about technique on putting emphasis on the doer or the receiver of an action in your sentences, we can capitalize on the compound personal pronouns. They are the intensive and the reflexive. Foremost, get a sight of these compound personal pronouns. First person singular, myself. Plural, ourselves. Second person singular, yourself. Plural, yourselves. Third person singular, himself, herself, itself. Plural, themselves. Now let's look into the difference of these two on how they differ in their usage. If our goal is to add emphasis on our antecedent, or the noun or pronoun referred to, then use the intensive pronoun. Let's illustrate intensive pronouns using the following examples. Example number 1. At the moment, the scientists themselves are constantly developing the vaccine that can control the spread of coronavirus. Don't ever doubt that you yourself hold on a special power that can turn on a spark of inspiration. Third example. The nature itself gives abundantly without pride and prejudice. So you noticed that the intensive pronouns themselves, yourself, and itself sit right next to the noun scientists, pronoun you, and the noun nature respectively to emphasize or highlight the antecedents or the doers of the action in the sentences. On the other hand, if our goal is to refer back to the doer of the action and at the same time to receive the action in the sentences, then reflexive pronouns are the most appropriate to use. This time, let's illustrate reflexive pronouns in the following sentences. Example number 1. Mother Teresa of Calcutta denied herself to serve the sick and the less fortunate. Example 2. I decided myself to practice the virtue of patience. Third example. Jesus indiscriminately models selfless love to different races in the whole world himself. So in our set of examples, you have possibly noticed by now that the reflexive pronouns herself, myself, and himself come after the action words or the verbs in our sentences. Those reflexive pronouns refer back to the doers of the action, namely the nouns Mother Teresa, I, and Jesus. And those reflexive pronouns, herself, myself, and himself, also receive the action in our sentences. Want for more? Tune in next time here at Grammar Roadmap, your journey to grammar refinement. See ya!